Hi folks, welcome back to Glasgow News. Right, okay, the link up there in blue, up here, will be in the description should you want to go and read this story for yourself. Alright, okay, it's nothing too dramatic, but I just thought I would bring this one to you because in my opinion it's a kind of perfect example of the double standards that are kind of operating, especially in the red top media, you know, the mainstream news outlets. You know, the fake news. That's what they are really, aren't they? They tell some stories that are real, but generally it's the public that give them these stories. They don't do much themselves. But anyway, let's go on to this one. They just like, you know, pushing a narrative. If it suits their narrative, then they'll headline it. Just like this story here, because this involves quite a bit of double standards. Well, I think that, but you might not agree. So anyway, it's by Laura Patterson. Okay. In my opinion, she's just part of the liberal left, you know, virtue signalling media, mainstream media. So anyway, this story headline is "Get Back to Your Own Country. Racist targets man with his young daughter on a Scottish train." So right away there, what you've got is get back to your own country. A racist. So it's a racist then because he said get back to your own country, and he's got his young daughter with him. So that's all for effect. It's shock horror, you know, it's shock and awe. The victim was on an afternoon Edinburgh Waverley to Galashiels service when he was targeted. It wasn't just a random thing, it was targeted. Alright, okay. A scuffle developed when the man targeted with racist abuse left the train at Galashiels. And they've just stuck a Google Maps view of the train station there. That's it. That's how interested they are in the guy. They're not interested. They want to push something, right? And what they're doing is they're pushing politic. Right, okay, so it says here, a racist told a passenger, I've really read this, but I'll say it again, travelling with his young daughter, you said that, get back to your own country in a vile tirade on a Scottish train. British Transport Police, the BTP, said in a statement, a man is reported to have become racially abusive to another man. He is reported to have used racially charged swearing and said, get back to your own country. The abuse is said to have continued when the three left the train at Galashiels, leading to a scuffle between the two men. The suspect was also seen being racially abusive to another man on the same train. That was the 1:24 p.m. service on July the 11th. The suspect is white and of medium build with short, dark brown hair. It goes on to say what he's wearing. He was unshaven and wearing a t-shirt, an oversized blue hoodie with a zip, and a dark trousers and trainers. Alright, so that's the one they're headlining there, alright? Okay, now wait till you see what comes after that. Meanwhile, officers are also investigating a sex assault. Oh, right. On a train between Cowdenbeath and Edinburgh Waverley. So that's meanwhile, you know, just like, and by the way, there's something else here I better tell you about. It's a sexual assault on a Cowdenbeath in Edinburgh to Edinburgh Waverley. A woman in her 20s was travelling on the service when an Asian man. Oh, right. Now I understand. An Asian man in his late 30s sat next to her when it arrived at Dunfermline Town Station. He is then said to have put his hand on her leg and touched her inappropriately. So he sexually assaulted her, right? But they're just saying touched her inappropriately. Now, up here it was a vile tirade. Racially abused. Racist. Vile tirade. Young daughter. And here we've got a lassie who's been sexually assaulted on a train by an Asian guy in his 30s. And it's meanwhile. Do you get it, folks? The incident happened between 12:40 p.m. and 1:40 p.m. in July the 13th. The suspect is medium build and has dark eyebrows and a moustache. Oh, that's surprising, isn't it? BTP, as British Transport Police, said he was wearing neutral coloured clothing and a red cap. Oh, we'll get him. Do you not have any CCTV? Where's the pictures? Trains are all full of cameras, right? I can assure you, They'll have that guy there, his picture will be out on the town. Every cop in the city, every high vis in the city will be looking for him. They'll not be bothering. They'll not be bothering with that guy. They're the guy with the red cap on. Nah. Nobody bothers about that. The mainstream wants us to get the racist guy. The get back to your own country guy. Now, is it just me? Or is that the way it is these days? That's even a lassie. Laura Patterson. She doesn't care about the young lassie that gets sexually assaulted. Because that takes second place to the virtue signalling story at the top here. And that's the way it is with the red tops. That's the way it is with the left-leaning liberal media, the mainstream fake news. And it's down to us. It's down to us to point that out, because they're not going to tell you. They're just going to keep pushing this pish out. You know. Anyway, folks, if you like the content, give us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Peace out.